Hey guys, welcome to the new 26 Rainbow Powered. Sorry if this one comes out slightly delayed. Computer problems for a change, but thankfully my computer decided to cooperate. And that's also a good thing because this episode is great. Short answer, 5 out of 6, if that's what you're here for. It's an excellent recovery from last week's episode, but it's also murder well done right! Thank you, Megan McCarthy, for finally erasing the dark stain of that episode. So there is only one bad episode, and it just so happens to be last week. So, long form version for those that are sticking around. Rainbow Dash is on a prank kick. She's pranking everybody. Poor Fluttershy and the animals. Spike and even Celestia to some extent. Although I'm surprised that she wasn't more involved. I'll get to that later. I mean, she's getting everybody. But what she doesn't understand is these pranks are done with no taste. And Rarity and Applejack have had about enough. And considering that the Philly Scouts are having their annual cookie drive led by the Crusaders, Rainbow Dash has one grand prank planned. However, she lets it slip to another prank master, Pinkie Pie. Here's a tip, Rainbow Dash. If you want to be a prank master, young Padawan, do not let it slip to another prank master. That's a bad idea. Especially when she knows everyone you pranked and knows everybody in town on a personal level. Something you should know. So, get backs were coming. And the get backs is actually using Rainbow's own prank against her. This is much better of a setup than Ne'er-do-well. Definitely, just on the setup alone, we see Rainbow at her absolute pranking best in the first half, which a couple of those jokes, admittedly, I have to say, I genuinely laughed. Especially Applejack lying out there in bed in the pig pen with the pigs. I thought that was hilarious. And plus, Twy Honey, who doesn't like a good whoopee cushion gag every once in a while? But also, it leads to the third act, in which the setup and the reference to the episode's name, 28 Pranks Later, gets referenced. 28 Pranks Later is an Inside the Park reference to 28 Days Later, one of the most influential modern day zombie flicks. Hey, that might be a Canuck review in the future, come to think of it. And you know what that means? It's zombie apocalypse time. Pinkie Pie sets up the entire town to be quote-unquote infected by Rainbow's joke cookies, which will lead to no doubt internet memes aplenty, especially cookies. You can almost expect that to be an internet meme by probably this time tomorrow. And trust me, it's funny. Everybody, Twilight, Spike, especially Twilight. I like the animation work, especially with her signature hairdo. And I especially like Spike's zombified look too. It looks really great. And typically, Rainbow thinks this is a real thing, and she's freaking out like a real zombie apocalypse. Burdening the doors, doing everything that you could possibly do. You could say this is finally the payoff to that one simple line way back in Bridal Gossip. Remember the one when Pinky was joking about zombie ponies? Well, folks, we finally have them. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. As the whole town has rainbow cornered, she has self-realization that her pranking ways were done without respect or taste. And that was the ultimate gotcha. Gotcha. Having fun and telling jokes on other people are great. And especially when they're done really well, they're great. But when jokes become offensive, they become harmful. You must understand and respect the line that you cross. Similarly to when Rainbow Dash let her ego get out of check. But this one is much more well executed and a generally funny episode whose central gag is well executed and perfect. This is an episode that I would even recommend for a funny time during the Halloween season. Hey, much like earlier this season with Heartwarming Tale being perfect for the Christmas season. So you might want to hold on to this episode in your DVR come October 31st. And roll up a chair on Nightmare Night and enjoy this little dose of fun. This episode was just fun. Perfectly written. It's just sad that Celestia didn't get in on the joke too. Or Luna. She's quite the prankster. There's a couple of missed opportunities there that they could have easily taken. And some of the jokes that Rainbow pulls aren't really that great. Plus, if they were magically made cookies, it could have added some added depth. But those are simple itty-bitty nitpicks. This episode is great. And now I want some cookies. Practically with a rainbow filling. If I can find them. 5 out of 6 for anybody that likes zombie movies, zombie references, and just wants a good fun time with a strong moral that erases the memory of mysterious murder well into the ether. This episode is the perfect rebound considering what we had last week. Now, until I see you next week, I'm gonna go find some cookies. But have peace in your own nirvana, and thanks for watching New 26.